Just when you are cozying up to the Apple AirPods 2nd generation, Apple comes along and drops the new AirPods Pro directly into your lap. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, BMac. And if this is your first time here to this channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe with all notifications turned on so you never miss another video on this channel. And if you've been here before or if you're already subscribed, welcome back. So yes, in case you somehow have not yet seen or heard, Apple did release a new version of their AirPods, the AirPods Pro. Now, I am not gonna get into whether or not these AirPods should actually be called Pro or not. I'm not gonna get into whether or not they're actually Pro, and I'm not gonna get into what the better names could have been for these AirPods. ProPods. But nonetheless, these are the new AirPods Pro from Apple, truly wireless, in-ear, ear-tip style earbuds. And with these new AirPods Pro, we got a couple new things going on. So let's break these puppies down talking point by talking point so that hopefully by the end of this video, you know everything there is to know about the AirPods Pro. And so that hopefully you know whether or not these things are worth their price tag. So first up, let's talk about the most noticeable change when it comes to the new AirPods Pro. The new AirPods Pro design. With the new design of the AirPods Pro, you can see we have a new in-ear, ear-tip style design, which is perfect for, and actually necessary for, the active noise cancellation we get built into these things. More on that noise cancellation in just a few minutes. But the ear-tip style design of these AirPods Pro is good because a lot of people are actually asking for that. In the regular AirPods, where it's just a one-size-fits-all kind of design, a lot of people are actually having issues with putting these in their ear. With the new AirPods Pro, you actually have several different ear-tip sizes. In the box, you get a small, medium, and large size ear tip, and you're gonna wanna choose whatever ear tip size is most comfortable for your ear while still maintaining a good seal in your ear. Again, you need that seal in your ear to help with the active noise cancellation and to actually take full advantage of what these AirPods Pro are capable of. And in case you're unsure, there actually even is an option in the iPhone to kind of sync up to these AirPods Pro and run a test to make sure that seal is actually satisfactory. Pretty cool way to test and make sure that these AirPods Pro are ready to go in your ears and that you're gonna get the best performance. I've actually found the AirPods Pro to be very comfortable in my ear, and if I put them in quickly, they go in really easily, they stay there, they feel comfortable, there's a good seal, I could hear or not hear the seal, depending on what mode you have turned on, and you can see, they're not coming out. I just gave myself a migraine, but you can see they stay in your ears. And I actually haven't experienced any real kind of ear fatigue while using these. So comfortability-wise, if you're worried about ear fatigue, actually getting annoyed with these being in your ears, I haven't really had that problem. There's been times where I've worn these AirPods Pro in my ears for hours at a time while watching Apple TV. I sync the two up, and I gotta be honest, they really did not bother me. Both on the physical side of things and on the noise side of things, I really haven't experienced any kind of ear fatigue while using these. And the AirPods Pro are now sweat and water resistant, which make them perfect for the gym. If you wanna shut out those noises around you, shut out the world around you while you're working out at the gym, with the ANC built into these things and that water and sweat resistance, kind of a home run for your gym needs. Aside from that though, you can see clearly these AirPods Pro have much shorter stems than the regular AirPods. If we take a regular AirPod and put the two side by side, quite a substantial difference there that you could visually see. And speaking of the stem, something new in the AirPods Pro, you actually now get a force sensor in the stem of the AirPods Pro. And that's super important to have because there is no longer any kind of tap functionality on the AirPods Pro like you have on the regular AirPods. So that force sensor is actually replacing that. We'll discuss that more in a few minutes, but just know that's built into the stem right there. Other than that, the AirPods Pro do look similar to the regular AirPods. We have a couple different black dots in different areas. Those dots housing the different sensors and microphones of the AirPods Pro. And the body or top portion of the AirPods Pro might just be a little bit bigger and a little bit more elongated than the regular version. All in all, I gotta be honest, I really do like the design of the new AirPods Pro. They look sleek, they look slim, but building on the design and talking about that shorter stem, we do have those new force sensor controls in the stem, so how do those hold up? Like we just mentioned earlier in the AirPods Pro, instead of now tapping on the AirPod to actually get that control functionality, you now get control functionality through a pinch of the stem. Now when I first started using the AirPods Pro, that was one of the first things I had to get used to. At first, I actually did not like that at all. I actually was missing the tap functionality. I thought it was easier and quicker to tap than it is to pinch. But I will say, after using these things for a few weeks, you will start to notice how easy it is to just remember where that stem is, go in, and do the pinch you gotta do. And it's probably better that you're pinching rather than tapping, because now you'll notice when wearing these things, because of that seal, it definitely can't be healthy for your eardrum to do that. You feel like the pressure, you hear the sound. It's definitely not good to be tapping on the earbud when it's in your ear like that. And now you actually get multi-pinch controls, meaning yes, you might lose the tap functionality. Yes, the pinching might not be quite as easy or as fast as just the tap was. But now in the AirPods Pro, you could actually pinch once, pinch twice, pinch 3 times, or even pinch and hold, all of which have a different control function. So on either AirPod Pro, you could pinch once to play or pause a song or answer a call. You could pinch twice to skip forward, pinch 3 times to skip back, and on top of that, you could even pinch and hold, with the option on either AirPod having that pinch and hold, toggling active noise cancellation or transparency mode, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, or to invoke Siri. So whether you have that set up on your left AirPod Pro or your right AirPod Pro, you do have that pinch and hold functionality on both. Having that multi-pinch functionality, so clutch. But there is one major downside, which has been a downside of all AirPods for years now. There is no on-AirPod volume control. Sure, you could always just pinch and hold to invoke Siri and change the volume that way, or just take your iPhone or whatever connected device you have out of your pocket to change the volume that way. But with all the other functionality we have built into these things, and with that stem, you'd think it'd be easier to actually change the volume. We still do not have a way to actually change the volume of the AirPods Pro on the AirPods Pro themselves. Major drawback, if you ask me. Apple, if you're listening, I'm sure there's some way to actually utilize the force sensor controls that actually allow you to change the volume right on these things. I am no engineer, but it sounds to me like you should, in theory, be able to reassign that single, double, or triple tap force sensor control on one of the AirPods to volume control. Maybe just assign a double pinch to lower the volume and a triple pinch to raise it. Sounds viable to me. No matter how it's implemented, if we could get some kind of on AirPods Pro volume control, these things would be entirely self-serving and honestly would be a jackpot when it comes to actual earbuds that were made by Apple. But those things aside, let's talk about one of the major features of these AirPods Pro: active noise cancellation. New in the AirPods Pro, we do have active noise cancellation, otherwise known as ANC. And if you have not yet experienced ANC, it is a game changer in the way you'll actually experience sound through your earbuds or your headphones. Now, one thing to keep in mind, ANC does not work with every single sound. It works great with lower frequencies, but with the higher frequencies, ANC still isn't perfect. With ANC earbuds or headphones, you should be able to cut out the lower frequencies from household appliances like refrigerators, fans, and if you're commuting, you should also be able to cut out the noises, those low drones of like the airplane or maybe the subway car that you're on. And at the end of the day, active noise cancellation ANC lets you hear more of your music and less of the ambient noise around you. So when it comes to active noise cancellation on the AirPods Pro, how do these things hold up? Well, surprisingly very well. The AirPods Pro ANC is impressive. Almost all lower frequencies that I've been testing these things against have been cut out through the ANC, meaning the ANC is doing its job and it's doing it well. I have noticed the ANC on the AirPods Pro to struggle a little bit at the higher frequencies. Little example for you here. If I have my AirPods Pro in my ears and have the ANC turned on, all the lower frequencies around me, like my bedroom fan, will actually be canceled out. But I do kind of hear the taps in my typing, so those higher frequencies, the ANC is not quite cutting those out, at least not as great as some of my ANC headphones do. So solid ANC in the AirPods Pro. A little bit shy of what you would get in a pair of ANC headphones, but still solid. I know some creators who've actually been putting the AirPods Pro ANC to the test against other well-known earbuds at the same price range and have found the AirPods Pro to perform better. So when you're looking for ANC in a pair of earbuds, you should be pleasantly surprised with the ANC in the AirPods Pro. But even with active noise cancellation turned off, you still get that passive noise cancellation, so you're still gonna be cutting out some of the ambient noise around you. Sometimes you wanna be able to hear that noise without having to take your earbuds out, for which on the AirPods Pro, there is a transparency mode. Transparency mode on the AirPods Pro is basically the opposite of active noise cancellation mode, where instead of cutting out ambient noises and ambient sound, it's actually amplifying it for you in your ear, so you bypass that passive noise cancellation that's built into the design of your AirPods Pro, and could hear what's supposed to be what you would hear without the earbuds actually in your ear. A lot of different earbuds or headphones have a similar mode as transparency mode. It just might be called something different. And I love having the option of a transparency mode no matter what ANC earbuds or headphones I'm using. It's helpful, it could sometimes be safer, and it's a feature it's like, why not? It shouldn't be that hard to implement, so it should be there to begin with. Going back to what we said before on the force sensor controls of the AirPods AirPods Pro, a simple pinch and hold on whatever AirPod you have set up to toggle the different settings will bring you from active noise cancellation mode to transparency mode. So just with a pinch and hold, you go into transparency mode, and then it's another pinch and hold. Boom, you're right back to ANC mode. And even though I love transparency mode, it's not quite as seamless as just taking the earbuds out. Like, you will definitely hear everything, obviously, if you take the AirPods Pro out of your ears. But the transparency mode does kind of get you there, like I said before, by bypassing that passive noise cancellation, so you could hear what's going on around you without actually having to take the AirPods Pro out of your ears if you don't want to. So room for improvement, if you want to call it that, but still a phenomenal feature, executed well enough for my needs on the AirPods Pro, something I would say dope. But with all this active noise cancellation and transparency mode goodness on these AirPods Pro, what's the battery life looking like? Well, as you could probably tell, you could charge your AirPods Pro themselves through the wireless charging case that come with your AirPods Pro. This is the AirPods Pro wireless charging case. You can charge it wirelessly, or you do have the option of charging it through the lightning port on the bottom. The AirPods Pro themselves are wireless, the case itself is wireless, so therefore you do have a truly wireless, by definition, truly wireless earbud system here in the AirPods Pro. And the AirPods Pro wireless charging case itself stores 24 plus hours of listening time or 18 plus hours of talking time, with the AirPods Pro themselves on a full charge offering about 4.5 hours of listening time with ANC or transparency mode turned on, 5 hours of listening time with ANC or transparency mode turned off. And then in terms of talk time, regardless of any mode you're in, you get about 3.5 hours of talk time on a single charge. You do have to keep in mind all those numbers were with the volume set to 50% in tests with the AirPods Pro. So if you're listening to your AirPods Pro at higher than 50% volume, just expect those numbers in terms of talk time and listening time to be even a little bit lower than that. But still good when it comes to listening time and talk time numbers. What I would say is slightly better than satisfactory. Obviously, there's always room for improvement. You could always have better battery times on these things, but for our purposes here, I think they're solid. If you are in a situation where you're in a pinch and you need your AirPods Pro to be working quickly, you can put them in your case and rapidly charge them. Just a 5-minute charge with the AirPods Pro in the wireless charging case gives you an hour of talk time or listening time. 5 minutes charge, hour of talk time or listening time. Wild. Crazy stat right there, if you ask me. So in conclusion, the battery life you're seeing on the AirPods Pro is not that much different than what we're seeing on the regular AirPods, which I know right away you're gonna have people in the comments saying, oh my gosh, how do you come out with the AirPods Pro and have the same battery life as the regular AirPods? But hold up. We're forgetting that the AirPods Pro are smaller and have ANC and transparency mode. So you're getting all that without taking any kind of hits on the battery. The battery's staying the same, but you're getting additional features and they're smaller. But most important of all, right? The most important thing about these things, it doesn't matter how sexy they look, how great the battery life is, the most important thing is how the AirPods Pro sound. What is the sound quality of the AirPods Pro? The question we've all probably been waiting for. And with the AirPods Pro, obviously we have that new design, we have that ear tip design, we have the ANC, we have all that good new high tech built into these things. We get adaptive EQ, a custom sound driver, a pressure sensor, all of that built into the AirPods Pro. So in theory, these things should sound better than the regular AirPods, but do they? What is the sound quality like on the AirPods Pro? How do the AirPods Pro sound? Well, when it comes down to it, if we were to talk about these things, they actually sound incredibly good. Like, they sound really good. The sound stage itself on the AirPods Pro is a noticeable upgrade from the regular AirPods. And the first thing I notice is the bass. Now, obviously that goes in line with how these things are actually designed, the ear tip design of them being in your ear, that helps the bass a little bit, but still, with having said that, the number one thing I noticed on the AirPods Pro is an improvement on the bass and lower frequencies of whatever you're listening to. It's like now you actually feel the bass in your ear rather than just like hearing it where they should have been on the regular AirPods, if that makes sense. And it's not just the bass that's been improved. Overall, they sound great. I've listened to EDM, I've listened to hip hop, I've listened to rock and acoustic music. The AirPods Pro might not be your top of the line when it comes to sound quality, but they're pretty darn good. The quality is there. It's a definite step up from the regular AirPods, and in the AirPods Pro, the sound quality satisfies my needs. I mean, the best way I can describe it is these are my Sony 1000XM3s here. These are also ANC headphones like we have here with the ANC earbuds and the AirPods Pro. And I gotta say, the AirPods Pro don't quite have the same kind of audio detail, if you will, that these headphones do. So there are still some earbuds or headphones that are gonna have an advantage when it comes to sound quality over the AirPods Pro, but that's comparing earbuds to headphones, number one. And number two, for Apple AirPods, for AirPods Pro, they sound pretty darn incredible. Will the sound quality blow you away on the AirPods Pro? No, I'm not gonna make that claim, most likely not. But will the sound quality of the AirPods Pro satisfy your audio needs and maybe even impress you? Yeah, I think it will. So what's the bottom line when it comes to these fancy new AirPods Pro? Overall, I am pleasantly surprised. The AirPods Pro certainly aren't cheap, but at the price they sell for, they aren't cheaply made either. Meaning the AirPods Pro sound quality is there, the AirPods Pro ANC is impressive, the force sensor functionality is clutch, and of course the convenience and ease of use of these things has been great from the start of AirPods in general. If we're talking about the AirPods Pro as a standalone product, I do think that they are a very solid product, even considering the high price that they sell for. So should you buy them or upgrade your current pair of regular AirPods? If you want active noise cancellation in a pair of AirPods and understand how helpful that could be to bettering the sound quality in your ear and just your everyday use of AirPods, go for the Pros. If you want a better audio experience altogether with better bass in your AirPods, go for the Pros. If you don't care about ANC or if you're already satisfied with the sound you get in your regular AirPods, then just keep your regular AirPods. Either way, the AirPods and the AirPods Pro are easily two of my favorite accessories from Apple of all time. And if you guys are interested in picking up a fancy new pair of the Apple AirPods Pro, you guys could actually head to my affiliate link, bmec.link/AirPods Pro. Or, as always, there'll be a clickable link to that link in the video description box below. Check that out if you want to learn more, cop one of these bad boys for yourself. And do me a favor, do not forget to leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about these AirPods Pro. Leave a comment down below letting me know. I'm gonna go try these babies out at the gym. I am yet to actually wear these at the gym. I'm gonna go give them a shot. I'll see you guys in my next video. You know, if I start getting massive gains while wearing these AirPods Pro in the gym, I should get a tattoo on my bicep that says, "Made by Apple in Connecticut." That's one of the more corny jokes I've ever said on this channel. Never mind.